I'm never going to financially recover from this.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. If you're new here, my name's Ryan.
And I'm Kyle, and today, guys, it is the final update on the tortoise greenhouse until these guys come, because we're about completed. So we're gonna go through and show you guys the final update, and then next week we'll be moving tortoises. So first off, let's look at the little ones here. So we grouted all this in, so that is the color of these little ones. We just put water in it, so with it being new concrete, it's still soaking up moisture, so it actually sucks it up pretty quickly. But you can see over here where it's much more full. So I'm trying to think what we saw last. We had...
Yeah, I don't think we saw the mounds in here. Like, I'm not sure if they're picking up on camera of that mound, but yeah. Go ahead and talk about the terrain in here a little bit.
Yeah, it's so hard to see this on camera. Ew, squishy. But you can see, this is the mound here. So what this is just for exercise. So it's just a little area that is higher than the rest, so the tortoises have to climb over it. And we're actually gonna put another log in here for them to walk over as well, just to really mix it up, give them some exercise. So that's that. This is the roof. I mean, this will definitely slide back more. We're still constructing this, but this is a roof that will actually slide open for the tortoises. So you can see here, that's a little door on either side, and we're gonna build a swinging door that'll close them in on the cold nights. We're just coming out of the cold, so I'm not too worried about setting up heaters and whatnot right now, when we don't need to worry about that till probably November, December. But then we painted this yellow to match the bamboo that we already have installed on the end. So we will go down there.
Well, let's show them the space of this too. Okay. For the inside here, guys, check out how much space these tortoises are getting. And this is a smaller one too.
Yeah, I went a little overkill with the space. But you got to think about it. A lot of times with cold fronts, I mean, there's been times that, you know, they would need to be in here for a week. So I just want to give them a bunch of space that they can move around, and also room to expand. You know, obviously this is for 4 or 5 generally speaking, but you never know with rescues and whatnot. So, so just wanted to have that space available if need be.
And you can see here, guys, so we got the hinge. So this whole roof is going to come back to this platform. Yep. And it'll actually hinge right there, and it's also sloped, so all the rainwater goes down. I'm not sure if we explained that last video. And then there's also some coral rock back here as well for drainage. So it's all pretty much designed to kind of, once it's built, just leave it alone. You don't have to mess with it all too much.
Yeah, so my last greenhouse was not set up to rain in where this is. So even if this is open, it'll be nice for the plants. We have irrigation system, but it'll still be nice to allow it to rain in here. So I'm a bit indecisive. So I did that color, and then I was like, well, maybe we'll do this color, and you'll see 3 different colored ponds in the greenhouse. I'd like to see what you guys like, obviously, but we're still throwing around different ideas as to the coloration. I mean, they're kind of permanent already, but this one we added brown on top of the tan, and then we'll have a tan one over here. So I was worried about this one being a little bit too light, but actually with the water in it, it actually darkened up a lot. So you can see right here is what it was like before. And obviously you can see I was a little worried about that, how light it was. But then when you get the water in it, it actually darkens up to where it really does look like a sandy beach. And that honestly was my goal. So we tried to muddy it before we even got this wet to just make it look more, just darker, I guess. But actually with the water in it, it actually looks really good.
And show them the drainage, because I know we showed last time, but without having water in it, some people maybe didn't see the whole perspective of what's going on there. So
the water fill is actually right under these rocks. If you look closely, you can see it's mesh under there, so we can really hide it well, so it looks like the water's just bubbling up from the ground. But then this is the elbow here. So this is at its max height, so that's still probably 6-7 inches, which is perfect for smaller tortoises. But if, let's say, we got a smaller animal, we can always just lower this, and then it'll just raise and lower the water level. So, and also too, it's just for cleaning. I can easily pull this off, and then you're gonna get a ton of flow through there. So it's just easy maintenance there. But for the tortoises, generally speaking, I'll keep it up all the way. So that's that. So we got the house update, the pond update.
And let's show them, so we got some sod going in too. So exactly. They're about halfway done with this whole greenhouse, huh? As far as laying sod.
Oh yeah, I was like a little more than halfway.
A little more. So you got some sod going in the back there.
So this is Bahia grass, which is great for tortoises. It's very hardy grass. It can die pretty much and come back. So it's not like a fancy grass. I just want something that'll keep growing all the time, tough enough to handle the conditions with the tortoises, but also spread a little bit, because you can see in between there, it's hard to get in there, so it'll actually keep growing as well and expanding.
And then you got some palm trees in here.
Yep,
to
so
break
these
it up.
are cat palms. So they'll get to about here and cover this space. So essentially this will all be shaded. So I just wanted to really put it out far enough that it has that ability to grow and expand as well. But the beauty of the cat palms too is they don't have any thorns, where these guys, you don't have to worry about tortoises, but even crocodiles and which
Oh, wow,
a
check
lot
out
of
those
palms have the thorns on them. The beauty of the cat palms is, since they're so low, the tortoises get right up against them and they don't have any thorns on them. So that's another benefit of the cat palms. And again, this is a greenhouse, so obviously you don't want huge plants. These wax myrtles actually came off the property here. Put them in here. And then the robelinis I've had here for years, finally using them. This is the Burmese black pond. So you can, I'll go in here to give you an idea of how deep this is. Because like I said, the Burmese blacks used to swim in the Yukari caiman enclosure before I put the caiman in. So you can see the water is probably
a foot.
a good foot, yeah. So just give them that ability to swim around, and they love water so much. So I honestly cannot wait to get them in here. But I am happy how dark the pond got, because it was, I mean, it was super light. As you guys saw, I mean, you can see it over here again. It's ultralight. It's amazing what just putting water in here makes a difference. It feels so good. This is 75 degrees coming out of the well, and it's perfect temperature for the tortoises to cool off when obviously even the heat of the summer. And again, you can see it's super sunny outside, but you can keep it, just like I was saying before, you can have these little spots of sun that if they want to bask, they can, but the vast majority of the greenhouse is shaded, so even if they flip over, they're protected in that regard. So even if he flips over here, with that sun, you know, they'll be out of the sun in half an hour.
So that one's done for the Burmese blacks, but let's check out Crush's.
Yep.
I mean, his is pretty much done.
Yes.
There's maybe 1 or 2 more finishing touches here.
Yeah, so his enclosure is bigger. He still has the mound, but he has an extra cat palm over there. He has the biggest wax myrtle here, just for coverage. 2 robelinis, just like the Burmese blacks. But as you can see, his house has much bigger sides, much bigger doors for him to get in. I mean, you can see how large it is. I'll climb in here. So this is going to be insulated. So this will be his giant area. So even if we get a female for him, just even another male, it doesn't matter. Just, you know, a companion to have. Just wanted to have that space that we can always add a buddy if need be.
Guys, look at the thatch up top of the roof. This is what they're all going to look like, right?
Yep.
So this is the finished product.
Yeah. So this is a Mexican thatch. And then this will just overhang like this. This gives a super natural look, and that's what I wanted with this whole greenhouse. Is obviously the hurricane-proof walls and whatnot, but still have that natural look and feel to it. And then obviously the bamboo too. So I think it came out absolutely awesome.
Yeah, and pretty much all that's left to do is once they're finished with all the sod today, I mean, they're pretty much going to be done probably tomorrow, and then tortoises need to come in,
This
right?
really is done. So
Yeah.
what we'll do is we'll give the grass about a week to really get a head start. Obviously, with the tortoises, we'll be walking around on this. They'll be eating it. So I just want to give the grass a chance to really get a foothold. But this is a little different than any other pond. So this is a darker pond. This was the first grout we went through. But also with Crush being such a big tortoise, we put the bumpers in here. So with this, you know, his big feet, it'll be hard for him to grip on the rocks. For the smaller tortoises, it's easy. But with the big rubber bumpers, he'll be able to really dig his feet in and climb out. Because again, he's got probably metabolic bone disease or some sort of condition where it's very hard for him to use his back legs, even though they are getting 10 times better than they were when he came. This is just more of the physical therapy that he really requires, and obviously it's definitely paying off. So his is, as you can see too, is the other guys are more of just a round shape, and then the center is the deepest. Just with his big size, obviously he needs a big space that he can really wallow in. So I decided to actually make it on the corner, which is fun. But then you can see this whole area is really deep. I mean, this is what, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, it's over 5 foot by 5 foot, and he's maybe 4 by 3. But again, same thing here. So overflow, and then you can just take this off, and then it'll drain. And then also too is if this is too deep in the center section, you can tilt this a little bit so it'll lower it. But it's just, I cannot be happier with how this all came out. I mean, this is absolutely incredible. I think for tortoises, I mean, I've tried to really set it up to where you don't have to worry about them. You know, whether it be a hurricane, the cold, hot days, but they can still do what tortoises want to do. All right, guys. Well, that is the final update on the tortoise greenhouse.
Yeah, and if you like today's video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also follow us on Instagram, Primitive Predators. And guys, we're gonna be coming out with a lot of cool stuff because you want to say about what we got out there?
Getting very close to moving crocodiles to a new place.
It's coming soon, guys. So stay patient with us. I know we've been kind of bringing it out a little bit, but there's been some steps behind the scenes that we needed to take care of, and it's pretty much all done at this point.
Yep.
So those videos are coming soon, and we'll see you on the next episode.
See you guys.